Right answer begins with we have to keep our nation safe. We have a large nation. We do have a sizable defense budget, but we also take on responsibilities in the world that are important. If it weren't for the United States, for example, much of the world might be under the control of Nazis or fascists during World War II. We've played incredibly important roles, and we're playing those roles today in the global war against terrorists. So the issue isn't just do we subtract or add, it's how do we keep America safe and uphold our responsibilities in the world. Especially for those of us in Virginia, we have one of the most significant connections with the military of any state in our history, from Yorktown to Appomattox to the Pentagon. 1 in 9 Virginians is a veteran. So many are in active service or work as civilians or contractors with the DoD. So we need to make sure that we have the right budget. I do think that as we are drawing down the 2 wars, so the war in Iraq being over, as we're drawing down in Afghanistan, and as we've had success in taking out much of the leadership of al-Qaeda, there are opportunities for us to reduce the size of military budgets. We need to do it in a smart way that doesn't jeopardize our safety and security, but I believe we can do it, and that will provide opportunities to do some nation building here at home.
National defense is the top responsibility of the federal government, and I think that we do need greater efficiencies in all levels of government, but one of the places where the federal government needs to be modernizing is in national defense. We are going to need aircraft carriers as bases are closed around the world. We're going to need submarines. We also, as far as modernization, I think ought to be using more unmanned aerial vehicles and unmanned underwater vehicles. Cybersecurity will be important defensively as well as offensively, and modeling and simulation is a way of doing training that is much less dangerous, more energy efficient, and more effective. And so those are areas where I think modernization will save the taxpayers money, be more effective in protecting our national security interests. But America needs to have a strong economy to have a strong national defense, and I think the top responsibility of the federal government is national defense, and I aim to make it as strong and as good as it can be for the men and women who are protecting our freedoms.